Peace, 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 peace. This is Maury Yacob. Peace, peace, peace. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this down. All right, all right. Sorry about that. All right, all right. All right. Happy Shabbat to each one of you. This is Maury Yacob in ITFTR Network. I'm not going to be before you this long.
Said Israel would still have tribal governments and land rights.
False story. False story. I'm not going to be before you this long tonight. I thank the Creator for each one of you. I thank the Creator for each one of you. For all praises to the Creator. Big weekend this weekend. I'd like to shout out to my family, my cousin, Jolie, for burying her husband, a very fine fellow that I knew, Rob. All praises to the family. And we thank the Creator for each one of you. This is also my birthday weekend. And we thank the Creator for each one of you. Shalom, shalom. This is Victoria G. Happy Shabbat. You. Make sure when you come into the building, you press that like and subscribe button. So we thank the Creator for you. We're not going to be long tonight. We're just going to continue to keep going and flatten this JC dude and some pancakes, who is the devil. No matter if you call him Jesus Christ, Yahweh Shah, Yahusha, Yusu, Jesus. It don't matter. But either which way it goes, he's the devil. He is the devil. And we think that because we get this man rather if he's black or white, we think that excuses the nature of this guy. And that's the point, and I'm trying to drive home. You know, people argue about rather if he's black or white. They argue rather if he's black or white. It don't matter if you're black or white. You know, the dude's still the devil. He's still the devil. You see? He's still a devil. And this is what we don't understand. He's still a devil. You see? He's still the devil. If this is what we fail to agree with, we just thinking that we could just give him, we think we could just give him we think we could just give him some other kind of attribute to try to make him fit the narrative, because we want this guy to be something great. Well, he is great. You know, he is great. He's great in his own way. And that's what we going to expose tonight. He's great in his own way. You know? But he's not great for no salvation for Israel. He is the delusion that the Creator sent, because you refuse to believe in him and him only. You see? So before I get into anything, the link is in the chat. Anybody who wants to come up and have a conversation with me, I'm putting the link in the chat early. There it goes in the chat. Hit the link and you can come on up and talk to me. This is this is Captain Tazariak from ISUPK battling a pastor. You know, they love going to the church because they know these people don't hardly read like that. They don't hardly read. You see? It's like beating up on an amateur fighter. Somebody who's amateurish. They understand a little bit. They know how to punch a little bit, but they don't know how to punch in a great deal. You see? This guy in the green shirt, who's supposed to be a captain in ISUPK, these guys are Christians, but they going to battle Christians. This is the shameful part of this whole thing. These are Christians battling Christians. And they think because they hit high notes, they better. But they still believe in JC. These people still believe in JC. This is the problem. They still believe in JC. See, these type people, they fool you thinking that they keep the law because they know thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt. But the main thing they don't know, they refuse to accept thou shalt have no other God before thee. And when you read the New Testament, that's what these people were struggling with as well. You see, they were struggling with not keeping the law, not knowing prophecy, and not understanding the things that you should be understanding. This is the problem. Let's get into a little bit, and we're going to shoot over back into Matthew the 12th chapter, just to give you an insight on two Christians battling each other. But at least one say he's a Christian and the other one claim he's an Israelite. Christian versus Christian. And we're gonna show you that tonight. Christian versus Christian. And I'm gonna show y'all why we calling him a Christian. But right now, without no further ado, family, let's just grab a little piece of it. Because that's why it's good to know the law. And it's good to become the law. And it's good to allow the law to guide you. This is what we have to do. Okay? Give me a minute. Let me get this commercial out the way.
Confused why he made different colors and decide would have. So I haven't read about the Black Jesus in the because a black kid don't have a superhero. We should laugh at the black woman in her pain, but in our neighborhood, our enemy, we fight. You're nothing. When people say, you ever heard the term? People
want to raise the question, and I'm gonna try to moderate this thing, and then I'm gonna let those speak. If someone's talking for probably more than 3 to 4 minutes, we're gonna have to let someone stop and pass it on. But if they rocking, we're gonna let you roll.
Let's go.
So let's just start with this. Cap, if you don't mind, you have spoken the truth. And right now we're in a room with all melanated people, black brothers and sisters in here. Right. So we have an audience. And I want you to start as far as with the conversation when you mention the truth. What is the truth that we should be seeking? What is the truth that we should be holding? And what is the truth that, we might have gotten away from as far as our black brothers and sisters?
Yeah, first and foremost is our identity. Without our identity, you're nothing. When people say, you ever heard the term, people say black people don't have no culture? And then black people will say, yes, I have culture. And then when you ask them, what is that black culture? You don't get an answer that's culture. You get something that's drawn from slavery, something that's drawn off of some tradition. But what was your tradition before slavery? It's almost like we don't have that history. So once we can identify who we are, that is the starting point for what your culture, your identity, your code of ethics, your laws. That's the truth. So what we did in ISBK was say, well, who are we? We find out that we're the Israelites. And it just so happens that book is readily available because it's already in our house. But we've been reading it with the white man's eyes instead of our eyes. So when we go into that book and we identify that we're the children of Israel, that instantly tells us who to love, which is our brothers, who to forgive, which is our brothers. It instantly tells us who to hate and that we actually can hate our enemies. Why is that important? Because we'll spend all day, people will fight me and say the white man is not our enemy, but in our neighborhood, our enemy, we fight him every day, and that's our brother. We almost...
Now, family, I want to hold it right here real quick. And I want you to pay attention to what he's saying. Shalom, shalom to brother Shiva. All praise to you, family. All praise to you, family. Make sure when you come into the building, you press that like and subscribe button. Let's grow the page. Let's grow the page. But family, I just want you to hear what the brother's saying. Because he's saying we've been reading the book with the white man eyes. But I want to ask you a question. When you went to church, was the white man before you? Or was a nigger in front of you? You see? Which one was before you? A white man or a nigger? Now, family, he gonna go further into the video and he gonna say, well, we not talking about skin tone because see, Bob Marley, his father is a white man. We go by the father seed line. But family, how far do you go back to see if you're a white man? If it goes by the father seed line, and let's say two black people get together, one of them find out later on when they do their genealogy that they got a white man in their gene pool. Are they white? Or are they still Israel? You see? But see, this is the problem. We say, oh, we been reading the Bible with the white man eyes. But the nigga been standing over you. The only way you've been getting the white man's version is you went to a white church. Because when I was in the church, niggas was in that pulpit. Huh? And God say, no mountain you can't climb. That's black folks. That's black people. But for somehow, that's translating to the white man. But let me finish cooking. A lie. let him finish cooking the lie. So family, hold on. Let's keep going back. Let's get back into it, family. Let's get back into it. All praises to Brother Ross Pinckney. All praise, happy Shabbat, brother, happy Shabbat. Thank you for joining, But let's keep getting back into it. Y'all can tell him I'm talking about him. Y'all can get him to come over. Link in the chat. You want to have this conversation with me tonight? Because I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood tonight. Because this is where we have to realize when you're listening to a lie. But let me let this dude right here finish cooking in the green shirt. In the green shirt, you know, maybe he get some money with it. Let's keep going, family.
Verse, because we follow the white man's culture. When you follow the white man's culture, your brother is instantly your enemy. When you follow the Bible and our culture, your brother is your brother and the white man is instantly your enemy. If we can just start there, we will be free of everything.
So family, who is your brother? Because he say the white man. So is he talking about every melanated person? That's your brother? Is every melanated person your brother? I'm confused. See, this is the type of people y'all listen to. Y'all get y'all money to. Y'all go sit up every Saturday and listen to these people on the corner. Y'all go join their clubs. This is the type of people y'all listen to. They're teaching they're teaching Negro philosophy, family. They're teaching Negro philosophy. They're not teaching Hebrew. They're not teaching Israelite laws. You see? They're teaching Negro philosophy. That's what they're teaching. Because who is your brother? And y'all can go and tell him I'm talking about him. This is Negro philosophy. But let me let this man finish cooking the lie. Let me let him finish cooking. Let's keep going.
Everything about concerning what America is doing would not be our business. It would be our business to make sure we straight. Everybody going crazy because the stamps is going away on November 1st. But if we was about our people, we wouldn't care that white people are about to kill themselves. They gonna be suicidal. The propaganda is that we're gonna lose our minds when we've been poor since we've been in America. Poor is nothing new for us. We'll survive. White.
So we've been poor since we've been in America. Y'all ain't these people. Y'all ain't Jesus. This is Jesus talking. This dude is Jesus. We've been poor since we've been in America. So when was you never in America? Oh, that's right. Slavery. Slavery is when you came to America. Let this man finish cooking. Let's go.
People will not survive because they will kill themselves because for so long, they've been able to live off of us. And now when they lose their support, they won't know how to deal with it. Whereas we will. But we so concerned with we're gonna blame the black woman, say we're gonna laugh at the black woman for losing food stamps. Not realizing when she lose food stamps, who does that put pressure on? The black men that didn't have to provide food for them kids.
So now every black woman is an Israelite. Every black woman. I'm just showing y'all their doctrine. This is Jesus. This is Jesus talking. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. This is what you call a slow roast. Let's go.
You got to provide food for the kids, unless you're telling me the kids are going to starve. So instead of looking at it like we should laugh at the black woman in her pain, we should further look at trusting in the white man will always be our downfall. Now, what have we been doing? We've been feeding since 1969. I saw this pastor do some talk about because of the stoppage of food, every Sunday they're going to start giving out food. Whereas the pastor been making billions of dollars a year, and he just now, because the white man ain't going to feed you, now he wants to feed you. On the pastor but why didn't he feed them before this? And what he's saying is, if the white man feeds you again, you know what that means? I'm going to stop giving food on Sundays. But we giving food all the time. We got farms all the time. Like in Houston and here, we got farms all the time. So when you get in here into this truth, you will learn how to be a brother. You will learn how to be a sister. That's what you would learn.
So they say they got farms and they feeding the people. That's what they say. They have farms and they feeding the people. I don't have nothing against that because I always talk about planting. So all praise to their farm and them feeding the people. But before I could, here's the thing, I can have a farm and feed you all day. But in the process of me feeding you physical food, I'm giving you something that's gonna taint you mentally. And that's the truth of who you are. That's the truth of who you are as a person, as an individual, and as a people, which would galvanize you to be a nation. See, I have to be very careful. See, I could feed you all day, family. But in the process, what information that I'm giving you that will govern your spirit or the actual you that's in this flesh. But let this other guy cook. Let's go.
Dang. And I want everybody to answer this one. What is the difference between white man Jesus and a black man's Jesus?
The white man Jesus will enslave you and tell you that he loves you at the same time. The name of the boats was named after that white man Jesus.
Now listen to this guy. The white man Jesus will enslave you. And there was a boat named after this dude. Let's go.
That image, just think about that image. That image, don't he look like don't he look soft?
He don't look as masculine.
He don't look masculine at all, but he enslaved a continent of people. And then when you go to fight back, you know why you stop? Because when you say, now I lay you down to sleep, you think of that image. And so now you can't even fight it. So now, the image of a black Jesus, first of all, the minute that you say you got a black Jesus, you know what that does psychologically? There's a picture in DC Comics, they got this little black kid staring up at a white Superman because the black kid don't have a superhero to look up to. For the white man, that Caesar Borgia, who that is, that's their superhero. With that, they go kill, rape, and pillage. Who's our superhero? You don't have one. When we tell the truth of that Bible, because if Jesus looked like that image, then that would just be the white Jesus that it is. But remember, the truth shall make you free. So if we go read that Bible and he got an afro like we have, he has black skin like we have, he has a beard and hair like we have, now we got our first real life superhero. A real life superhero that put his life on the line for his brothers that we refuse to do, that will free us, that we refuse to do. So the difference is the black Jesus is the truth. The white Jesus is the lie.
I like that. Bishop, you got something on that as far as
Y'all hate this stupidity. Y'all hate Jesus talking. The black Jesus is your superhero. You can't make this stuff up, family. You cannot make this stuff up, family. How do you make up stupidity? Black Jesus is your superhero. This is your hero. You're my hero. You're my superhero. I just want you to hear how these people, we're going to hold it for right now. I just want you to hear how these people literally think about this guy. This is funny. This is funny. He's your superhero. He is your superhero. And this is the problem, family. This is the problem. We tries to make this guy everything. Because we refuse to accept who this guy is. Let me share my screen. We refuse to accept who this guy is. We refuse. Because most of you don't even realize who you're serving. We will get back into Matthew, the 12th chapter. You can see it on the screen. We'll get back into a little bit more of that video. Those who ever heard the song Shots Fired, Fire, that's one of the tracks that was produced for the One God Only project. Sister Latoya G song will be dropping this month. The One God Chant. Be looking out for her single. I'll be posting the album cover this week coming. So stay tuned for more information. But family, let's jump down to verse 23. Because we ended with 22. And I'm just going to read verse 22 of Matthew, the 12th chapter. The Bible says, then was brought unto him one possessed man with the devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him, insomuch that the blind and dumb both spake and saw. Now, family, I kind of broke that down, but if you didn't see part 1 through 5, I advise you to go back and look at part 1 through 5. Because we're in part 6 tonight. The blind and the dumb both spake and saw. I want y'all to really see that. The blind and the dumb both spake and saw. You see that? Meaning, when he healed that particular person, in effect, others like him were healed too. See? He was healed, they were healed too. What you think about that? And notice the word, it got in as much. In as much. That's how you know others around there that was like him were healed. Because it says in as much meaning extended or going beyond. See, the healing moved from one person to another person. Like this guy who had a devil, who was dumb. You see? He had a devil, he was dumb, and he was blind. That could have been the whole crowd. You see? So when everything moved to that point, and it began to heal other people in that arena like that same guy who was healed. Verse 23 says what? And all the people were amazed. Now I want you to look at that. The people were amazed, meaning surprised. Why were the people surprised, family? Remember, they waiting on the Messiah, right? They waiting on the Messiah. So if notice Israel was not amazed when Moses was taking them through the wilderness, when they saw, you ain't see the scripture says, oh, Israel was amazed that they saw the Red Sea open. No. It didn't say that people were amazed. You didn't see that. When they saw the cloud by day and in the pillar of smoke, they saw the cloud of smoke by day and the pillar of fire by night. You never seen where the scripture says they were amazed by that. You never seen that. But now they are amazed. They are amazed at this guy healing. And that's what it says. Verse verse 23, it says, and all the people were amazed, meaning all those ones that ran out the temple with him when the Pharisees were about to put their hands on JC. Them people saw this man heal people and they were amazed. I want you to pay attention to that. They were surprised. The reason why, because they never seen this level of healing. They never seen that. They never seen this level of healing, family. See, when something surprised you, it's because you wasn't expecting that. They wasn't expecting a man that worship idols, who were ignorant and didn't know how to speak the law. A man come and do some magical stuff and got rid of all that. That surprised me too. That surprised me. You see? But the people were amazed. They were amazed, family. This means what he was doing was new. What he was doing was new. This was never this. If these people were Israelites, they weren't expecting this level of nothing. You see, this man healed the man with idols who was ignorant and couldn't speak the law. He spoke against the law, but now all of a sudden he healed that man from that and others like him that was in the crowd. People were amazed at that. And you cannot find nobody running through Torah, just going around healing people. You got a healing. He got a healing. Everybody around here got a healing. You can't find nobody in Torah doing that. The mailman bring you a box and you open it and it's a healing. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh, that's a good healing. That's what I was waiting on. This is some of the stupidity that people follow. It doesn't matter if people don't like this. I'm gonna speak the truth anyhow. I'm not going to stop the truth because people turn their backs against it. It doesn't matter. The truth don't bear witness to people who don't believe. Many gonna walk away from the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. But if I was that dude talking about Jesus Christ is your superhero, I have thousands of views. I would have thousands of views. We need a hero. And Jesus Christ, who died for his brother, is your hero. Thousands of views. I have thousands of views across the board. But it don't matter. We thank the Creator for each one of you for joining in anyhow. But it's okay, because the truth gonna keep marching anyhow. It's gonna keep pushing, it's gonna keep digging, and it's gonna keep flying, and it's gonna keep walking. The truth. So these people were amazed at JC, at the level that he was moving. They were amazed. But here's the catch. After when it took them by surprise and they saw how this dude was moving and healing with authority, these people said, is not this the son of David? They asking a question. Is this the son of David? See, the people were surprised because they never seen this level of healing before. Like I said a few minutes ago, they knew this was new. You see? They knew this was new. And it does not fit Torah. So why did they tie this level of healing to him being the son of David? Why would they do that? Why would they do that, family? What makes a person just go around sending you healings in the mailbox? What makes a person sending you healing like a football pass or shooting a three on the basketball court? No? Or I could just walk up to him and touch him on the shoulder. I'm shaking. I got a healing now. He walk around like he is a light pole, but he's a healing pole. You know what I'm saying? He just got healing, just going around. Healing. The healing is electricity. It don't matter what you got. You just got to heal it. You see? Everything this man did, he healed people. But you never seen this in Torah. Somebody just walking around, just straight healing people. You never seen this in Torah. Right? You see some healing here and there, but somebody just go around and just heal you like an electric pole. You ain't never seen that. You never seen that. And they tied this thing to the son, him being the son of David. But they was asking a question. You see? So what was they saying? Number one, the Messiah is supposed to have authority. He's supposed to have authority. You see? The Messiah is supposed to have authority. He's supposed to take charge. So they was looking at the healing like how he was taking charge with these different abominations. And he was getting rid of these abominations. That's what they were looking at. So I think they was trying to tie the two together. This man he's in authority of removing these idols. We don't know how he's doing it, but God, no, he's doing this thing. He's doing it. He took charge over these things. That's why they were amazed. That's why they were amazed, family. That's why they were amazed. He took charge over these different types of healings, situations. He took charge over that. So they looking at the authority of how he took charge over these healings and how the Messiah supposed to be in charge. So they was looking at the two. This is why I'm picking up from it. So that's number one. They was looking at the authority and how he was moving. You know? You got an electric pole. You ain't gonna run up on that electric pole. That electric pole got authority because it's electric. So you're gonna stay away from it. You're gonna respect that electricity because that electricity will kill you. So
they want to. So they was looking at the level in how he was moving, in the level in what he was doing compared to the Messiah. So they say, oh, he got authority. That's number one. Number two, the Messiah is supposed to be from a particular bloodline. You see? He's supposed to be from a particular bloodline. And so, rumors said JC supposed to be from the lineage of David. You see what I'm saying? It's the rumors. So they were I'm thinking they were looking at the two. Well, we know the Messiah is supposed to be from David's lineage, but we know nothing about no healing. We're confused. Could this be the son of David? He come with authority. He's moving with authority. But somehow, we didn't know healing come with this thing. We didn't know healing was part of this deal. That's what they was amazed about. This is what they were surprised. This is what they were shocked about. They were shocked because they were expecting the authority. They were expecting the bloodline. But wow, healing was a bonus. These people were shocked. They were amazed. They were amazed, family. You see? They were amazed at the healing part because they never saw this before. So you got to read this thing the way they wrote it. Let's go to Isaiah 53. Isaiah 35. Let's go to Isaiah 35. 1 through 5. Let's read that real quick. Then we'll come back to Matthew. Isaiah 35. 1 through 5. Because I think they knew the Bible. I think they were just shocked at the healing, the level of healing that was taking place. That's what shocked them. So let's keep going. Let's keep cooking. It says the wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossoms as the rose. So we're talking about a wilderness. We're talking about a particular place. It's going to rejoice, be glad for them, and the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose. Verse 2, it shall blossom abundantly. So now we're looking at the flowers coming abundantly. And rejoice even with joy and singing. The glory of Lebanon, this the trees. Let's talk about the promised land. Shall be given unto it. The excellency of Carmel and Sharon. They shall see the glory of the Creator and the excellency of our power. Okay? So you're talking about specific people. Okay? You're talking about a specific place and you're talking about something in particular. Watch this. Verse 3. Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. So somebody need a healing. Somebody need a healing. Notice what it says. They shall see the glory of the Creator, the excellency of our power. They're going to see him. Strengthen ye the weakened hands and confirm the feeble knees. The weakened hands, that's the power of that person. The knees, you see? That's this person being able to move and work. Verse 4, say to them that are of a fearful mind, be strong, fear not, behold. See? Be strong, fear not, behold. Three things. Your power will come with what? Vengeance. You see that? Even the power with a recompense, he will come and save you. So what's happening? It says when you get healed, things gonna happen. And the Creator is gonna come with vengeance, recompense, and he's gonna save you. You see? Verse 5, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Family, stop. Let's look at this thing real closely. Verse 6, then the lame man leap as a hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall water break out and streams in the desert, family. Look, family, nothing is going to happen until the Creator allows it. Nothing is going to happen unless the Creator allows it. But this man just going around healing. See, they were questioning him in their minds because something just didn't seem right. He's healing, but nobody's being saved. He's healing, but there's no vengeance against the one who brought the agony. Because after they've been healed, you're still in captivity. You are still ain't being saved. See, this shows that the people understood something, but they were astonished. That's when the ignorance comes in at. They don't know. They were trying to decipher between the two. The healing amazed them, but they realized and understood they weren't saved. Where's the recompense? They understood he was from David's lineage, according to Hebrews. But they don't see prophecies playing out. Not for him being the Messiah. Something just ain't lining up. Like Keith Sweat say, something just ain't right. You see? Because they understood the prophecy. He's supposed to be the Messiah. Let's go to 1 Kings real quick. Let's go to 1 Kings, the first chapter. Let's go there real quick. Something just ain't right. And I'm thinking it's the first. Let's go to second chapter, second chapter. See, because they understood the story, but did they understand the depths of it? think they did. That's why I say I think the healing is what threw these people off. 1 Kings, 2nd chapter. Let's start at verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh, that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man. And keep the charge of the Creator your power, to walk in all his ways, to walk in all his ways, to walk in all his ways and his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written today, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself, that the Creator may continue his word, which he spake concerning me, saying, if thy children take heed. He's talking about David's sons. If David's sons take heed in their way to walk before him in truth and in their minds with all their soul, and they shall not fail thee, says he, a man on the throne of Israel. So family, he's telling you, David is giving the prophecy of how the Messiah is supposed to continue. So they understood the prophecy of a man. But family, somehow this is a healing. The healing's coming in too much, too fast. They flying in, family. So we have to ask the question, we do the healing, then into the picture. See, 1 Kings, the 2nd chapter, says the prophecy about David's lineage reigning on the throne. They understood this. They understood this, family. All praises to Brother Joel. Happy Shabbat to you, family. Make sure when you come in, you press that like button. They understood the prophecy. They understood this. They knew David's lineage had to be in line with Torah. And they understood David's curse of him not continuing. Because David just sat there and said, if you do this, do that, do this, and do this, everything will be okay with you. Let's go to 2 Samuel. Let's go to 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter. I'm not going to be long. I'm just about finished. 2 Samuel, the 7th chapter. Let's go to verse 14. Let's start at verse 12. And when your days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee. Now, we say, oh, see, that's JC right there. He prophesying JC, you know, because JC came after David. This is dumb. Notice what he said, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels. Family, he gonna set up the seed that immediately came from David. He ain't talking about no 2,000 years down the road. This is where people get dumb at. No, see, he talking about 2,000 years after David's death. It's coming after David's death. Family, he's talking about Solomon and David's sons, Absalom and all of them. He gonna set up one of his sons after him that proceeded from his bowels, that came from David's scrotum. And I will establish his kingdom. Was Solomon's kingdom established, family? Was his kingdom established? Yes. He built the throne. He built the temple. He built this for the Creator. The Creator gave him wisdom to judge the people. He established Solomon. You see? He shall build an house for my name. Family, did Solomon build the temple of the Creator? For the Creator? Yes. You see? And I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Right there, people say, oh, see, Solomon's kingdom died. His kingdom died. See, he could not have established forever because his throne is gone. Family, did you see the prophecy? Did you see the prophecy? Verse 12 says, he will fulfill when David sleep with his father, I will set up thy seed after thee. He's going to set up the David's seed after him, which shall proceed out of his scrotum. And I will establish his kingdom. One that come from David's scrotum. He shall build a house for my name. Solomon did that. And I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Why do we think what is being said here is it doesn't link the 1 Kings, the 2nd chapter? David told Solomon he's getting ready to die, but he got to keep the laws and the statutes and commandments in order for man to continue on the throne. Why do we think that what's being said here is different from 1 Kings, the 2nd chapter? This is what boggles my mind, because I'm trying to figure out the Creator is, David is telling Solomon what Solomon needs to do because David appointed Solomon. He didn't appoint no other son, he appointed Solomon. So now it's being said right here in Samuel, Shalakia, that it's the same thing, but now it's going a little bit more further into the prophecy of David, leaving it dying and leaving the kingdom to Solomon. He said, I will be his father and he shall be my son. Right there, they talk about, oh, that's JC right there. That's JC. So JC came from the bowels, the scrotum of David? What this means is I will be his father and he shall be my son, meaning the Creator is going to direct him. But the only way the Creator is going to direct Solomon is Solomon has to continue in 2 Kings, the 2nd chapter. He got to stay within the rule and the guidelines that David set for him. And the Creator will be the father over Solomon. He's going to guide him. He's going to teach him. He's going to show him. He's going to put the right people around him. This is not literal. You see? This is talking about the Creator is going to guide him into how he needs to move for the Creator's people. Because Solomon is being set up and the Creator is going to deal with him directly. Now, it says if he commit iniquity, meaning if he go outside the bounds of 1 Kings, the 2nd chapter, he go against that. That's iniquity. Because David, his father, was telling him to keep the commandments. And if he don't keep the commandments, and he purposely go against what David, his father, had set him up to do, I will chasten him with the rod of men. Right here, some people say, oh, that's JC getting whipped by the Pharisees. This is dumb. This is dumb. Meaning you will not be able to stand against your enemies. That's what that's talking about. The nations will come in and take you over. And with the stripes of what? Children of men. What is the stripes? What is the rods? The rods are weapons. The stripes is they're going to do all kinds of things to you. But look what verse 15 says. But my mercy shall not depart away from him. His mercy. You see? The Creator gave Solomon mercy. How did he give Solomon mercy? He allowed his son to, even though Solomon sinned, he allowed Rehoboam to sit on the throne, even after his sin. Because he told him, I won't take the kingdom from you, but I'm going to take it from your son. That's mercy. Because it took, the only thing it was is if Solomon would have told his son, this just, I messed up. I messed up. But make sure you follow the laws of the Creator to bring mercy back to the throne. See, he gave him mercy. He's saying, I will what? But my mercy shall not depart from him. Meaning the Creator is going to give him mercy. Even after he messed up, the Creator is going to give him mercy. As I took it from Saul, what did he take from Saul? He took the anointing from Saul, but he's not going to take the anointing directly from Samuel. He gave him mercy, family. He gave him mercy, family. He gave him mercy. He said, as I took it from Saul, whom I put away before you. Who is he talking about? How did he? He's talking to David. David saw Saul get put to death. David knew Saul was going to get put to death. David knew the anointing had left Saul. See? Show me where Saul, JC saw Saul get put to death. Show it to me. Show it to me, family. So he say he seen when Saul got put to death. Now let's go to the next verse and we're going to jump back to Matthew. And he says, and thy house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before me. Before me, thy throne shall be established forever. This is not a guaranteed prophecy, family. This is not a guaranteed prophecy. Because look at the next point. Look at verse 17. It shall be established forever. According to all these words, and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. You see? Nathan was speaking this to David about Solomon. See, the people understood this. That is not guaranteed that there will be a man if there's sin there that's going to be on the throne. But they ain't never said nobody going to be coming doing no doggone healing, family. They ain't no prophecy said that. The house in the kingdom ain't established on healing. The house in the kingdom and the throne is established on obedience. That's what it's established on. But these people seeing healing taking place. So let's jump back over to Matthew, the 12th chapter. Because they understood that. When in Torah it says the people were supposed to be looking for David's son. They wasn't looking for the healing. Surprised these people. It surprised them. It surprised them. You see? Let's go to Genesis 49 and 10 real quick. Genesis 49 and 10. See, the healing surprised them because they understood the prophecy. Genesis 49 and 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and until him shall the gathering of the people be. It didn't say nothing about nobody coming doing no healing, family. That's talking about the gathering. The people, Israel was gathered under David, and show me under JC the people was gathered. Show me where the people was gathered together. Let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Numbers 24:17. See, they understood the prophecy, family. Numbers 24:17. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab and destroy the children of Seth. Now, family, right here, family. David David did that. David did that. The children of Seth is the other nations that is not of Israel. David had the whole earth quiet before him. The people were paying tribute to David. But somehow this fit JC. I ain't seen way JC mess with Moab. That's why the people were amazed. Is he really the son of David? They knew this. And let's go to one of their famous ones, Deuteronomy 18. They were amazed because these people weren't expecting no healing like this. They understood the authority, but the healing is what killed them. Deuteronomy 18. Let's go there real quick. This is one of their favorite ones, family. (18, 15 through 18). The Creator, your power, will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken. Now, family, this person is going to be like Moses. Lead Israel from captivity. Take Israel to the promised land. The only person that fit that mold is Joshua. Moses took the children of Israel from Egypt and was leading them to the promised land. Moses got put to death in the process. So who else came to lead the children of Israel from Egypt to the promised land? The only person who fit that is Joshua. Nobody else fit that, family. Nobody else fit that. But this is what we say. Oh, that's JC. See, JC, that's JC. He's in the process of, taking us to the cloud. We going to the cloud with this dude, man. He not taking you to no promised land. This man taking you in the cloud. He said, I go somewhere and prepare a place. Where I am, there you should be too. He never telling you where he went. He just telling he coming back for you on a cloud with wheels and a steering wheel. We're gonna have cloud hydraulics. Sister Latoya put up Luke 13:34. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killeth the prophets and stone them that are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together as a hen do gather her brood? She also put under the wings, and ye would not. He admitted to not gathering Israel. You see? He just admitted that, family. She just put it up. He didn't gather Israel. But the prophecy said Israel will be gathered. They understood this. But they couldn't understand the healing. They couldn't understand the healing, family. See, Israel's supposed to be gathered. When all the healing take place, Israel's supposed to be gathered. But was they gathered? No, they were not gathered. But Moses said, the one that's coming after me is going to be like unto me. He going to be just like Moses. Name an attribute of Moses, leading the children to the promised land. You see? Name another attribute of Moses. The Creator dealing directly with him. And the people gonna see. There's not gonna be no guessing. People gonna know the Creator's dealing directly with him. You see? Name another attribute with Moses. Moses had to what? Fight, family. He had to fight. Moses had to go to war with Moab. He had to go to war. He had to go to war to be able to bring the children of Israel into the promised land. Joshua did the same thing, family. One that's like unto him. Name a fight that JC did besides getting his ear broke, his nose broke, his eye black, being slapped and asking who hit you, spit on you, huh? Thorns on his head. Head leading to the side because he couldn't hold up the thorns. Name it. Joshua resembled Moses because he finished the job of Moses. And the people understood that. All praises to Brother Trey, Zipporah, and Z-Man. The people understood that. They understood that. Look what verse 16 says. According to all that thou desireth of the Creator, your power, in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear him again. Hear again the voice of the Creator, your power. Neither let him see. Let me see this great fire anymore, that I die not. The people didn't want to hear. They didn't want to hear the Creator, nor see the angel of the Creator, nor hear the angel of the Creator. They didn't want to hear him because that thing was so heavy and on their spirit, it will cause them to die, family. That's how they felt. So verse 17 says what? And the Creator said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. 18. In other words, that's good what they said. They don't want to deal with me directly. That's what Moses said. The Creator told him. They spoke very well because they don't want to deal with me directly because it offends them. What I mean by offend me, it scares them. So Moses came back and said in verse 18, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren. Okay? Like unto me. This prophet is going to be like me, family. He's going to be just like me. Meaning he's going to have the same attributes. Name when Israel was led from out of Egypt by JC. Name it. Give me that time. Give me that date. Give me that story. Nah, you got to wait till he come back on the cloud with hydraulics. You got to wait. You got to wait. You might as well put on that do 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 do. That's what you got to wait on. See? And he says, I will put my words in his mouth. So now JC going in JC. Wow, this is real funny right here. JC going in JC. So the spiritual JC going in the flesh of JC. Wow. This crazy, man. That's why the Creator told Joshua to meditate on my law. That's the Creator's word. Meditate on my law day and night. And do not let this word depart from your mouth. Meaning, understand what you're about to say before you say it. But nah, let's listen to these fools that's call themselves Israelites. JC going inside JC. Let me finish up. And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. Meaning, family, Joshua is not going to speak anything unless the Creator commanded. That's the law. He said, let's read it again. And he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. He's commanding the law. The Creator is going to command and demand the law, family. He's not commanding no healing. He's not commanding no healing, family. He's commanding his law. Show me the law that JC had demanded the people to follow. Show it to me. So let's finish up, and I'm gonna close out on this note right here. I'm gonna close out. Let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke. Let's go to Luke 18. Luke 7, Luke the 7th chapter, verse 18, my bad. Luke the 7th chapter, verse 18. 18 through 23. And this is what it says, family. And the disciples of John showed him of all these things. And John, calling unto him 2 of his disciples, sent them to JC, saying, art thou he that thou should come, or look we for another? Now they asking the question, is you the Messiah? When the men were come unto him, they said, John the Baptist has sent us unto you, saying, art thou he that should come, or shall we look for another? So they repeated what John the Baptist had said. Verse 21, and in the same hour he cured many of the infirmities and plagues and the evil spirits, and unto many that were blind he gave sight, family. I want y'all to pay attention to this. He did this when? The same hour. 22. After he did that, JC answered unto them. Meaning John the Baptist's disciples literally saw all this stuff that was going on. And then when JC got finished, he turned around and answered to John the Baptist's disciples. He said, go your way and tell John what things you have seen and heard, how that the blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear. The dead are raised, to the poor the gospel is preached. Verse 23, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. In other words, why would he say that, family? Why would he tell you don't be offended in him? Because what he's doing is scaring the people. It's throwing the people off of the prophecies. This man do not fit what we just read. He said, blessed is the man that's not offended in me. Let's go to Matthew. Matthew 28:17, family. Let's go to Matthew 28:17. We about done for the night. Matthew 28:17. Matthew 28:17. Start at verse 16. Then the 11 disciples went away into Galilee, into a mountain where JC had appointed them. And when they saw him, they worshiped him, but some doubted. Why you still, even after his death, family, why is these people still doubting? Huh? Why is they still doubting, family? Why? Let's go to Matthew, the 16th chapter. Matthew, the 16th chapter. Matthew 16. And jump down to verse 16. And it says, and Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. After when they said, he was the only one. Peter was the only one who said this. The other disciples didn't say nothing. They say some say you John the Baptist, some say you Elijah, some say you Jeremiah or one of the other prophets. But Peter was the only one saying, nah, you the Son of the living God. Jump down to verse 20. Then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ. Family, if he's the Messiah and they was waiting on him, family, why you don't tell? Why don't you want nobody to know who you are? Why you don't want nobody to know that you the Messiah? Why? But you listen to that dude Tazariak from ISUPK. He told you JC is your superhero. But JC say, don't tell nobody who I am. Family, when you want to hide your identity, that lets you know, family, you're the Creator didn't send you like Moses. And this why the people were amazed. This is why the people were so amazed what they saw. This is the reason why. And let's go back to Matthew, the 12th chapter. We're going to end with verse 24. This is why the people were amazed. This is the reason why. Verse 24, we're going to end here. But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow do not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devils. Now, this is very important. This verse here is very important. They telling you that this man is moving according to a wicked idol. Now, that's very important to understand what the Pharisees are saying. Because notice the Pharisees are still on his trail. They're still on his trail. Remember, they haven't come out of the Sabbath yet. This is still the same day he healed these people. He healed that man in the temple. And he fled from the Pharisees, and the multitude followed behind him. This is still the same day, family. The Pharisees are still on his trail. And do not forget, it is still the Sabbath. So now they are letting him know that he is being powered by idols. Mainly the idol that many at that time follow in that area. This is what I want you to pay attention to. And what idol was that? Beelzebub. They're telling him, they're saying this dude is powered by the idol Beelzebub. So they are expressing that the what? That he is that delusion that came from the creator. They know he's not of the creator. They know this. They're mentioning this. They're saying this. They know this guy is not anything good for the people. They know this. And the people were amazed. They were surprised at the level of what they seen this man move at. They understood the prophecy, but they couldn't understand the miracles that this man was doing. They were surprised. So now the people were amazed. Let's go to Isaiah 66. Let's go to Isaiah 66 chapter. We're going to start at verse 1. They knew this. But the problem is, could the people put it together? So verse 1 says, thus says the Creator, the heavens is my throne and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that you build unto me? Where is it? There's a question that's being asked. Where is the house that you build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? JC said, those that heavy and laden, come to me and I will give you rest, family. I will give you rest. So JC is now your rest. You see? JC is your rest. So let's keep cooking. We're going to close out. And he says what? Verse 2. For all things has my hand made. My hands made. He didn't say our hands. All things has mine hand made. That's singular. And all things have been, says the Creator. What my hand made, it already existed from my hand. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and that and of a contrite spirit, and tremble at my word. This is the one who I'm looking for. See? Poor, contrite spirit, and tremble at the word. Verse 3. He that killeth an ox is as if he slew a man. He that sacrificed a lamb as if he cut off a dog's neck. He that offereth an oblation as if he offered swine's blood. He that burneth incense as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their own abominations. Meaning you doing it the way you think you should do it. Like what the dude said, JC is your hero. Because we don't have no heroes. See, white Jesus is the white people hero. So now they say black Jesus is your hero. You see? That's your hero, family. Black Jesus. That's your hero. Black Jesus is your hero. See how that go? Black Jesus is your hero according to Jesus. Verse 4, he says, since you doing things your way, he said, I will choose their delusion and bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before my eyes, and chose that which I delight not. So they chose the evil. They chose their own ways. You see, the Pharisees understood this. And that's why they was trying to make this man submit and serve and yield to the Sabbath. They didn't say nothing. You couldn't heal on what day 1 through 6. They say, why are you doing it on the Sabbath? 2 Thessalonians. This is the reason why the people were amazed. 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Let's go there real quick. 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Let's go down to verse 9. We're going to start at verse 8. Well, let's start at verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity do already at work. So the mystery of breaking the law deliberately is already at work. The mystery is you don't understand what you don't understand that a lot of things that we do, it goes against law. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Meaning they doing deliberate things to cause you to break the law. That's why you got to pay attention to the food you eat. And then shall the wicked be revealed. See? Whom the Creator shall what? Consume with the spirit of his mouth. Because that's when you're going to start seeing delineation happening. You're going to start seeing the people learn and speaking the law quite naturally, quite effectively, quite openly. They're going to live it openly. They're going to start separating. People who call themselves Israelites, they're going to look at their life and they're going to see that most of the people who call themselves Israelites do not live by the law. They live by JC words. You see? And shall destroy the brightness of his coming, meaning the devil's going to be exposed. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. JC move after the idols. He moved after the idols. Now, last point. They realize you cannot cast out idols. You see that in Matthew. Let's go back to Matthew the 12th chapter. They realize, and I'm gonna share something, and we're gonna close. Let's go back to Matthew the 12th chapter. They realize you cannot cast out idols. Let's go back. Let's go back down to verse 27. No, excuse me. My bad. I went down too far. Let's go to verse 24. It says, but when the Pharisees heard it, they said, this fellow do not cast out devils, but by Beelzebub, the prince of the devil. They realized this man don't have power on his own. This is what I'm trying to tell you. They realize this man do not have power. He cannot do what he's doing just to do it. The individuals have to want to remove themselves from these idols. They have to want to do it. And this way we're going to close out. Let's grab a couple of scriptures, family. We're going to close out with these 1, 2, 3. We got 4 scriptures and we're going to close out. Let's go to Ezekiel. Let's go to Ezekiel, the 14th chapter. Let's read verse 3, and we're going to jump down to verse 6. We can start at verse 1. Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. And the word of the Creator came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their minds and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? What did these people do? They set up idols in their minds and they put stumbling blocks of their iniquity before their own faces. You see? This is what they did. They set up these idols. Ain't nobody set up no idols, no spirit, nothing. These people did it themselves. And look what verse 6 says. Therefore, say unto the house of Israel, thus says the Creator, your power. Repent. What? Repent. What? Repent. And turn yourselves from what? Your idols. You see? You have to turn yourself from your own idols, family. Turn yourselves from your idols and turn away your faces from all your abominations. Family, he ain't saying nothing about nobody gonna come and heal you. Psalms 19:7, the word of the law of the Lord is perfect, converting. You have to follow the law. He's telling the people, you got to do this thing. You got to remove yourself from your idols. Let's get the next one, Ezekiel. Let's stay in Ezekiel. Go over to chapter 20. Chapter 20, family. Chapter 20, verse 7. Then said I unto them, cast ye away, even man, the abominations of his eyes, and defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt. I am the Creator. Family, he's telling you this is what you have to do for yourself. You have to cast away these idols yourself. It didn't say nothing about nobody gonna come and cast these, help you or heal you away from idols or devils. It didn't say that. Genesis 35:2. Let's go there real quick. Let's go. We about done. Genesis 35:2. Let's start at verse 1. There's nobody gonna come and heal you from your idols, your devils. You got to do this yourself, family. And the Creator said unto Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto the Creator that appear unto you when thou fleddest from the face of Esau your brother. Then Jacob, watch this, said unto his household that are all that were with him, put away your what? Put away your what? Put away your what? Strange gods that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments, family. Jacob told his household, put away your gods. Jacob didn't even heal his people. He didn't do no magic tricks. He told the people to put it away. It's something you got to do. That's the last one, family. First Kings. Let's go there. We closing out on this one. First Kings. First Kings, the 15th chapter. You got to put away your idols. Nobody gonna come and heal you from your idols. That's dumb. You got people thinking that you could be healed from your idols. Somebody can run a devil away from you. That's dumb. That's the individual choice. Only thing people can do is tell you the truth. People cannot make you. They cannot force anything out of your hand. You have to turn loose these things. First Kings, the 15th chapter, verse 12 through 14. And he took away the Sodomites out of the land, and removed all the idols, that his father had made. This man is doing this thing himself. Of all the Sodomites, this is a king. He's removing these things physically. He's doing this physically. You see? And also Maachah, his mother, even he removed from being queen. He's doing this physically. He's removing the people that cause abominations around him physically. You don't see nobody coming to heal because she had made an idol in a grove. Family, he's doing this physically. And Asha and Asa destroyed her what? Idol. He did this physically. Nobody came and healed this from him. He's personally removing it and burnt it by the brook Kidon. This is physical removing. In verse 14, but the high places were not removed. Nevertheless, Asa's heart were perfect with the Creator all his days. You know why, family? Because he proved that he's willing to do it. He's willing to do whatever it takes to take away the abominations. This is the problem, family. A lot of people is not willing to do whatever it takes, regardless if it's your household or not. You're not willing to remove the idols from you because y'all are waiting on a man to come heal you from the things you're supposed to do physically. This is the problem. This is the problem. And that's why we have people like this. Let's go.
Deal with it. Whereas we will. But we so concerned with we're going to blame the black woman, say we're going to laugh at the black woman for losing food stamps. Now realizing when she lose food stamps, who does that put pressure on? The black men that didn't have to provide food for them kids. Now you got to provide food for them kids, unless you're telling me the kids are going to starve. So instead of looking at it like we should laugh at the black woman in her pain, we should further look at trusting in the white man will always be our downfall. Now, what have we been doing? We've been feeding since 1969. I saw this pastor do some talk about because of the stoppage of food, every Sunday they're going to start giving out food. Whereas the pastor been making billions of dollars a year, and he just now, because of the stoppage of food, saying is, if the white man feeds you again, you know what that means? It's that image don't even look soft.
What is the difference between white man Jesus and a black man's Jesus?
The white man Jesus will enslave you and tell you that he loves you at the same time. The name of the boats was named after that white man Jesus. That image, just think about that image. That image don't even look soft.
He don't look as masculine.
He don't look masculine at all, but he enslaved a continent of people. And then when you go to fight back, you know why you stop? Because when you say, now I lay me down to sleep, you think of that image. And so now you can't even fight it. So now, the image of a black Jesus, first of all, the minute that you say you got a black Jesus, you know what that does psychologically? There's a picture in DC Comics. They got this little black kid staring up at a white Superman because a black kid don't have a superhero to look up to. For the white man, that Caesar Borgia, who that is, that's their superhero. With that, they go kill, rape, and pillage. Who's our superhero? You don't have one. When we tell the truth of that Bible, because if Jesus looked like that image, then that would just be the white Jesus that it is. But remember, the truth shall make you free. So if we go read that Bible and he got an afro like we have, he has black skin like we have, he has a beard and hair like we have, now we got our first real life superhero. A real life superhero that put his life on the line for his brothers that we refuse to do, that will free us, that we refuse to do. So the difference is the black Jesus is the truth. The white Jesus is the lie.
I like that. Bishop, you got.
Family, on that note, shalom. See you on next Shabbat.
EMS is on the way to try to revive the lie and secure the area so the light can continue to those who are ignorant of truth.
Those who believe in the man who died on the cross and think the second time he's coming back to be a boss. False story.
Isaiah 38:18, Psalms 115,
False story. Shots fired. Those who believe in the story of a virgin birth but have discrepancy of Joseph being the father on
Matthew,
the
the
earth.
first chapter,
False
and Luke,
story.
the third chapter, have
story.
different genealogies.
False
Which
story.
story is correct?
Shots fired. If you think Israel was scattered to a hemisphere from Assyria, the 10 tribes came from over there to over here.
Second
False
Ezra
story.
13:46.
False
That's what
story.
they're talking about.
False
They
story.
never say they left the
Shots
region.
fired.
Let's get
How
right.
can a man outside your house be a sacrifice? The rich ruler was told to sell and follow to get eternal life.
Deuteronomy
False
24:16 and Deuteronomy 27:24.
False story. Shots fired. Those who believe the promised land is over there. The 12 apostles will sit over Israel in the judgment
The
chair.
fivefold
False
agreement,
story.
1948.
False story.
Forgot when that
False
Rome never
story.
lose control of
Shots
Jerusalem.
fired. Deuteronomy 28:68, the transatlantic slave trade. John 3:16 is the only begotten son he gave. False story.
Both stories are lies.
False story.
Come to me and let's have
False
that
story.
conversation.
Shots fired. Those who go by the moon and the sun for the Sabbath, thinking the land of America, the Negro never first
The
inhabited.
Sabbath was separated
False
from time.
story.
America
False
was
story.
always an equal
False
continent.
story.
Come to me and let's
Shots
have that
fired.
conversation.
Numbers 118, the father matters only. The pedigree, the 12 tribe chart determines your ancestry.
Pedigree means father and
False
mother,
story.
not just the
False
father.
story. Shots fired. Don't you think JC apostles were Israelites? Those who believe JC and the devil have different lights. False story.
Mark
False
3:18.
story.